Growing up, I was always the one behind the camera. Not because I had a talent for photography, but because I was told that's where I belonged. Every family gathering, every celebration, every milestone, I stood at a distance, capturing everyone else's joy while feeling invisible myself. "You're not photogenic, dear," my mother would say softly, as if her gentle tone made the rejection less harsh. "We don't want to spoil the photo," my father would whisper, thinking I wouldn't hear. But I heard every word. Please subscribe to our channel and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. At age 12, I experienced my first deliberate exclusion from a family portrait. I had on a beautiful floral dress I'd begged for. My hair was styled, and I thought maybe this time they'd see me differently. Instead, I watched them arrange themselves in the frame as if I were transparent. My sister stood radiant in the center, flanked by my parents, while I remained on the sidelines. They looked like a perfect family portrait. I looked like an afterthought. For years, I internalized these rejections. I avoided mirrors, deleted every photo of myself, and walked through life with my head down, convinced I was too unremarkable to be noticed. But deep inside, a quiet voice whispered, "What if they're wrong?" By 15, I began exploring makeup as a form of self-expression, not to become someone else, but to discover the version of myself that might deserve recognition. Late nights were spent studying lighting techniques and artistic application methods. My photos remained private, personal proof of growth and experimentation. The turning point arrived unexpectedly. A school photography assignment required a portfolio. Without a model, I decided to photograph myself, using dramatic lighting and artistic styling. I submitted the work anonymously, curious about honest reactions. When exhibition day arrived, I witnessed classmates and teachers praising the work, asking about the model's striking features and compelling expression. I kept my secret, but that night, I looked at my reflection differently, searching for the person others seemed to see in those images. At 17, I secretly applied to a modeling program. Using borrowed funds from a supportive friend, I attended the audition. A scout noticed me, not commenting on conventional standards, but saying, "There's something memorable about your presence." My first professional shoot followed. Then my first magazine cover at 19. It was a small publication, but it featured my face and name. I held that magazine and cried, not from achievement, but from finally feeling visible. My family's response was dismissive. "That's pleasant," my father remarked casually. "Don't become conceited," my mother warned. "It's not serious modeling." Their indifference fueled my determination to build my own path to recognition. Earlier, career challenges included inconsistent work and payment in exposure rather than compensation. However, each appearance felt like reclaiming space that had been denied to me. Every photograph became an act of defiance against years of being overlooked. At 21, I secured a significant campaign with a premium brand. The creative director explained that my work was chosen because your presence tells a compelling story that captivates viewers. For the first time, I felt truly recognized rather than merely observed. Media attention followed. Magazine covers, interviews, and features. The narrative of transformation fascinated audiences. From being told I was too unphotogenic to becoming a recognized face, my story resonated widely. Yet behind the public success, I still carried the vulnerability of that young girl who just wanted to belong in family photos. The unexpected moment came during my sister's wedding invitation. After 5 years of distance, I was formally invited without acknowledgement of past relationships. I attended simply to witness my own transformation among people who had shaped my early insecurities. Observing their photo sessions, I remained quietly present. When my mother approached, she said, "You appear different." I replied, "I look the same as always. Perhaps you're seeing me for the first time." Our conversation ended there. But something fundamental had shifted. After the wedding, I channeled my experiences into a meaningful project. I proposed an editorial feature to a major publication focusing on individuals who had been marginalized due to appearance-based judgments. The concept was to showcase diverse faces and stories that challenged conventional beauty standards. Initially met with skepticism, the proposal was eventually approved. The resulting issue exceeded expectations, breaking sales records and creating genuine connection with audiences. Beauty was redefined through authenticity rather than traditional criteria. Months later, I received an unexpected letter from my mother. Without flowery language or emotional displays, she wrote, "Your magazine made me reflect. I didn't recognize the featured individuals, but I recognized aspects of myself in every story. I believe I'm beginning to understand you. I regret my past perspective." I held that letter for a long time. It wasn't the dramatic reconciliation I had once imagined, but it was genuine acknowledgement. That felt sufficient. Currently, my work continues in publications and events. More significantly, I create opportunities for faces that were once overlooked, similar to my own experience. My presence in public spaces serves to remind audiences that beauty exists in diverse forms and compelling stories. I transformed from someone erased from family memories to a recognized presence that challenges conventional standards. Every time my mother encounters my work, she sees not the daughter she once overlooked, but the individual she's learning to appreciate.